Hello, this is a short introduction to the Forest Manufacturing Model 204 vertical blade traveling table bandsaw. This is a sales demonstration video. I have a machine in inventory. This is a machine I actually built for myself to use as a test cut and experimentation saw. Very often, potential customers, repeat customers will send us work pieces, various materials to see if we can cut them. They ask us, how can we cut this? And if you find a way to cut it, we'll buy a bandsaw from you. Obviously, I'm motivated to find a way to cut them. And this is the saw I use that for. The 204 is a good choice. It uses a larger 20-inch diameter wheel, so it can carry a heavier blade. Everything about this machine is much heavier than most of our fitting saws. It uses heavier wheels, bearings, shafts, blade, framework, everything. It's just much stouter. So as delivered, we can either use a plain surface table or our standard installation table, which includes the features to make elbows, T's, Y's, and all your standard installation fitting shapes. This machine, however, we have outfitted with pneumatic blade tensioning. So we're using an air cylinder to tension the blade. Does a couple things for you. First off, it allows you to much more accurately set and control your blade tension. Particularly for a test cutting saw where I could be using a variety of different blades, I want to know what my blade tension is. In general, this will improve the longevity of your blade and include your straightness of cut by setting properly and controlling your blade tension. Pneumatic blade tensioning, the blade tension is actually set with an air pressure regulator. Mounted on the back side up here, we have an air conditioning unit, which includes a dryer, a pressure regulator, and a lubricator. You use the pressure regulator to set the blade tension, and then once that's set, you just tension, detension the blade with the cylinder. Then we have a low air pressure switch, such that if you have a disconnected air line or insufficient pressure, the machine won't run. We also have a blade breakage detector. We have it set up such that if this cylinder strokes all the way out, we take that to indicate a blade break or no blade at all, and that triggers a fault condition. So if you got the machine, you set up, and either you lose air pressure or whatever, you get the flashing red light. Means what a flashing red light usually means. This machine also has our laser guideline light, and everything is controlled from the control panel here. This has a fuse disconnect. We have a little control voltage transformer here, so the buttons are all running on 115 volt, not machine voltage. We can set this machine up for either 3-phase 230 or 460. I believe we have it on 230 right now, but that's an easy change if you need something different. So the machine is controlled here. Saw start. Green's the happy light. Saw stop. You can see we have a tension-detension switch here. Pretty subtle, but the wheel moves up and down accordingly. If the blade is not tensioned, can't start the machine. The blade is properly tensioned, you're happy. Then we also have a laser guideline light for this saw. So laser on, and you get a red line here. Does two things for you. The most common use of this is simply to set up a cut. Say you've got a workpiece and you've got a mark on it, you want to cut to the mark. You can either put the workpiece here and eyeball to get it set up, or you can just turn on your handy dandy laser, line the red line up with your marking your workpiece, and know you're getting an accurate cut. The other thing that I consider this useful is as a safety feature. In short, if you're using the saw and you see a bright red line across your hand, you should really move your hand before you make the cut. General safe practices on these machines is to put a workpiece on the table and then move the table to make the cut. Keep your hands away from the blade during the cut process. Another feature this machine has that you don't see on all of our machines, the upper guide post, which when delivered will have a guard right here, is adjustable with a hand crank. So we've been playing with this thing out here. The guard is dismounted right now. Don't do that. Only run it with all the guards mounted. But By lowering the upper guide down, you'll have a minimum of exposed blade. Does two things for you. Keeping this distance between the upper guide and lower guide short improves your cut accuracy, and all this other blade will be guarded, such that you're minimizing your exposure risk. The crank style is just a whole lot easier to work with than some of the old styles we used to do. So that's the Model 204. We have this in stock. We could put this table or a regular installation table and have it ready to go in about a week. Thank you for watching. Well, it didn't stop recording, and I'm going to take this time to mention that the machine as it sits here is only partially painted out. We've started building it, started using it, never got around to finish painting it. So what you see here is rough. We will sand it out, finish it out, and this machine will ship with a full 1-year warranty. It really only has about a 1 hour total runtime on it that we've used it. We built it like 6 months ago. We make sample cuts, but the total runtime is less than an hour. So this will ship and be warranted as a new machine. Just consider it very carefully tested prior to shipment. Now we'll see if I can actually turn the video off.